Welcome, everybody, to Young at Heart, nursery rhymes, story songs, and poems to keep us all young at heart. This is session number 45, and I'm Father James DeLucio of the Paulist Fathers, returning to our parlor here at the Rectory of the Paulist Fathers in New York City. 4 nursery rhymes today, all very short, but with a lot of sense of fun, and perhaps you know more than one. Let's see. The first is called Cock Robin's Courting. Cock Robin got up early at the break of day and went to Jenny's window to sing a roundelay. He sang Cock Robin's love of little Jenny Wren, and when he got unto the end, then he began again. Very sweet. Now, since we're talking at a window, is Jenny Wren a little girl? Or is Jenny Wren a pet bird in a bird cage that is placed beside a window? There's always some things to discuss with our nursery rhymes, and that's another one of my hopes with Young at Heart, that you have some discussions either with people who are staying with you or call them on the phone or use some FaceTime to talk about these poems and memories of your childhood. It also reminded me, actually, in doing this program, when we had Mass this afternoon, and I thought, Lord, I ask you to bless everybody with whom I've ever come in contact in my life, for good and for ill, for we are invited to even pray for our enemies. And it feels kind of good because now as an adult looking back, I can feel complete. I can bless everybody because whether good or ill, I keep learning. And isn't that one of life's great blessings? So let us go on to our next poem. 3 Men in a Tub. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. And who do you think they be? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Turn 'em out, knaves, all 3. Well, that wasn't very compassionate of us, was it? You know, when I was a kid and I heard this, I just thought, they're in the tub, turn them out, get them out of the water, turn them out. But now I realize we're talking about drowning and abandonment. This is shocking. And what makes them knaves? Now, one would think, now again, most of these were written down in the 17th century, which means, of course, like with most all writing, that the stories and the songs, they existed long before the time they were written down. So it seems a bit odd, doesn't it? I mean, these 3 professions are really essential for life. A butcher who provides meat, the baker, everyone needs baked goods, especially bread, of course, but as soon as you hear baker, you might be thinking of some tasty treat. Aside, what's your favorite tasty treat? And are you able to make some for yourself? In the other day, I actually posted on one of the comments a blueberry breakfast pie that I long to try someday. So this is a good time to experiment at home. Any rate, footnote concluded, the butcher, the baker, and a candlestick maker. Truly, no electricity, folks. So the candle maker was very important for light at night. Why are they resented here? Why turn them out? Were they greedy? Did they charge too much? Or was it some political conspiracy that we're talking about? Well, we could play Sherlock Holmes and do a whole investigation, but I'm going to leave that to you. Now, here we also have a question of, is this compassion or ridicule? And in this poem, it really depends on the way we read it. It's called The Girl in the Lane. The girl in the lane couldn't speak plain, and she cried, gobble, gobble, gobble. The man on the hill couldn't stand still, and went hobble, hobble, hobble. I tried to read it a little compassionately, to have a little sense of heart for people who have disabilities, or the handy-capable, as we like to call them today? Or is it disdain and ridicule? Remember, there are times that our childhood was not so very bright and happy and cheerful or kind. So perhaps we're making fun of these poor individuals. Remember, when we're young at heart, that's not the kind of spirit that we want to cultivate, of course. Not. But I suppose we could read it this way. The girl in the lane, she couldn't speak plain, and cried, gobble, gobble, gobble. The man on the hill, who couldn't stand still, went hobble, hobble, hobble. I like the first way better, don't you? The girl on the lane, she couldn't speak plain, and cried, gobble, gobble, gobble. The man on the hill, he couldn't stand still, and went hobble, hobble, hobble. This next one is for us to have a little exercise, but I will read it to you first. It's called A Pie Sat on a Pear Tree. A pie sat on a pear tree, a pie sat on a pear tree, a pie sat on a pear tree, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Once so merrily hopped he, she, twice so merrily hopped she, thrice so merrily hopped she, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Now, what are you picturing in your mind when you hear that poem? I'll give you another crack at it. A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Once so merrily hopped she, twice so merrily hopped she, thrice so merrily hopped she. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Well, are you picturing a nice big apple pie right out of the oven, placed on a branch, and it's so piping hot that its steam lifts it off a bit of a branch and then it plops back down? Or are you taking a cleverer approach, and a pie being none other than... There's nobody here to answer my question, but hopefully you're there. Or I'm sending this video out into the void. But even that, we find, things that we do, they just replicate all through space. So maybe someone on Mars or on some other star is receiving young at heart and musing, what a nut this Father James Deluzio is. All the same, nevertheless, were you thinking of a bird, a magpie? A magpie sat on a pear tree and hopped, hopped, hopped. Probably. Now for the little exercise. Are we ready? I'm going to turn my phone up this way so we can get some of that bigger picture. And so for every time this magpie sits, well, we're going to stand first, right? Okay? We're going to stand. And every time the magpie sits, we're going to sit. A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Once so merrily hopped she. Twice so merrily hopped she. Thrice so merrily hopped she. Ready? Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. We got some exercise in today. Did you follow along? Do I have to do this again? All right, we'll try it one more time. Ready? A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. A pie sat on a pear tree. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Once so merrily hopped she. Twice so merrily hopped she. Thrice so merrily hopped she. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Give yourselves a hand. And I'm even a little out of breath. I'll tell you, I need more exercise. I find the problem for me is I take a shower as soon as I get up in the morning. Probably not a good idea. Probably I should exercise first and then take a shower. Or if I must, take the shower in the morning, go about my activities. After recording Young at Heart, I could exercise and then take another shower. I'll have to think about that. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, one last thing. This poem has the hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho phraseology. So it goes back a long time in history. It didn't originate with Walt Disney's great classic animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. No. That was 1937. Again, we're talking about 17th century poems written down, which means, of course, they were circulating for centuries before they were written down. Hi-ho. I think it was just a natural kind of thought and exclamation. There I go with my malaprops again. An exclamation that just kind of was organically natural in English-speaking peoples to just come out with as we move. And hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Might even go back to German or Latin roots. Something you could look up if you wish. The history of hi-ho. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you're staying young at heart, you're singing some songs, you're dancing about, you're reading some poetry, writing some poetry, and I want you to stay well and to keep safe and always to accept all those blessings from God, because you know, when we say God bless, we know that's what God does. It's just a matter of us taking it in, breathing it in, savoring it. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow.